Well, it is a cold night. It only says -2, but man, oh man, it feels a lot colder than that. Obviously, I'm bringing you a video under a light, in the lights, because I'm happy. I'm happy about how the horses went today. We had one qualifier in Road Tripper. I guess I should have looked to see how fast he went before I started this video. I don't really care how fast he went. He went good. He was touching the bike a little bit. Usually we race him and qualify him in a Telstar. For those of you horsemen out there, you know what I'm talking about. Telstar, Trotton model, aluminum bike, bigger, wider bike. And I kind of got angry at our staff. 2 weeks ago. They had left a couple of our bikes here. Now, some bikes are expensive and some aren't. They're all expensive depending on, if you're the guy paying for them. And some of these bikes are $5,000 race bikes, and they're leaving them here simply because they don't own them and they don't have to worry about it. So I had a little mini flipper, and I told everybody, you know what? Take the bikes home. They're not heavy. The heaviest thing of shipping is the horse. So bikes aren't heavy. It's not hard to put them back on the trailer or back in the trailer to which you brought them here. Do so, please. So, because eventually somebody's going to steal a race bike. And, the guys that work for us think, oh, well, I didn't know. Meanwhile, I'm the one buying the race bikes. So I got angry and said, take all the race bikes home. So they took them all home. Then when they brought the horses here today, nobody wore the Telstar, so it didn't show up today except Road Tripper wears it. So I qualified him in our normal race bike, and he touched the bike a little bit and hit it. Plus, I talked to Jared Bothwell after, and he said, Anthony, he's got heavy shoes on, he's got sore feet and bad joints. We had to get that weight off him. I agree. Probably a good idea. He's a little choppy. There's a change, a little bit of a transition, if you will, from this is all difficult to explain in layman's terms, but trotters, when you put a lot of weight on them, a lot of them with those big, nice gaits, it just helps them hold their gait. And when you take the weight off, a good trotter, Cavill Hanover's a pretty good horse. He just wears a light set of shoes up front. Some horses can trot with anything on. Road Tripper has never been one to trot with anything on. He went through a phase where he wore hobbles for a long time. I had heavier shoes on him, but in this case, I believe Jared's right. All that weight would only accentuate his gait and help him hit the ground harder, which in turn would have some. There would be some detrimental injuries from hitting the ground so hard. So lightening him up and taking some of the weight off is important. He did his work well today. I could feel him a little shifty and pacey, but did his work well. Didn't go a fast mile, but wasn't really ready to. He blew 2 big pus buckets. This has been a real Achilles heel for this horse. His whole life has been quarter cracks and pus pockets in his feet. And Jared did a real good job cleaning them all out, wiring them up, getting them back. We're going to have to deal with it. So I like the way he went today. For a horse that's been off for quite a while, they've been dealing with this, with these pus pockets and quarter cracks. There's no way he could possibly be tight. So whatever he went in today, I was happy with the way he did it. He was hitting the bike a little bit. We can change that, a little gate and strap, and put the Telstar back on him. I think we'll be fine in that regard. But I was most excited about what I saw after the qualifiers. We had some horses schooling today. Now, I didn't get Gold Watch over here. Harry didn't bring him over today, but we did have 3 horses come over. Excellent Nation went a mile and 58 and a bit. He was very, very, very good. Extremely happy with Excellent Nation today. Come back sharp as attack. And then two horses that just surprised the hell out of me. We'll start with Sunshine's Finest. Sunshine's Finest won a mile and 59. I assume we come out 58, and he looked really good doing it. Coughed a little bit after, so probably some mucus in there. It's going around, when the weather jumps up and down around 0, -1, +1, there's issues. So it seems like maybe Sunshine's Finest a little sick right now, tiny bit sick. So we'll treat him up all week. We'll either hopefully qualify him next week, because what happens around Christmas is Woodbine shuts down for about 2 weeks. So obviously there's no qualifiers during that time. If you don't have the horse qualified before the last qualifying day, you got to go over to Flamborough to qualify, and I don't want to be qualifying Sunshine's Finest at Flamborough. So we'll likely get him qualified next week. And then another horse, different injury, every bit as surprising that he is where he is, maybe more. Forged in Fire. He just won't quit. He's just tough. Here's a horse that had what I would consider a career-ending injury. And he just refuses to call it quits. He went a mile 2-1 last quarter in like 29 apiece, last half 59 today. On a cold day, he was very good. Pulled up sharp with his ears up, never making a noise. I don't understand how, but, to put it in perspective, I own Easton Ivy, race him. Easton Ivy wants no part of Forged and Fired right now today, and I won the maiden at Flamborough 2 weeks ago with him. He's been good. Totally Tactor's a pretty nice horse, but he's big and gangly, and he's still growing. He's trying to hit his best stride. He wants no part of Forged and Fire. I can guarantee you that. I don't know if you guys figured it out yet. I'm literally sitting in the parking lot of Mohawk. I was about to drive out, and I said, I got to update everybody. I was so happy. So, yeah, we went with, I qualified Road Tripper. Very good. James went with Sunshine's Finest. He was very good. Seems like I think the only time I ever went with Sunshine's Finest when we got in an accident. I get smashed up and he gets smashed up. It might have been the only time I've ever gone on an actual, driven him in an actual line. I think it was. An actual official capacity was an accident. That's the only time I went with him. So James went with him. He was good today. Forged and Fire was so good. And then Excellent Nation, after I saw him train the other day, wasn't surprised with today's mile, but an impressive mile. We'll probably qualify him, have him up to the vet, touch him up, have 3 starts into him maybe, and then the Snowshoe Series. And I think this horse will be ready to go by the time the Snowshoe Series comes. He'll be ready to rock. Very, very happy with everybody today. Kicking off a great weekend to be. Everything, the week started bad with the weather, and it was started like a bad week, and I'm staring down the Weather Channel saying, this is no good. Now it looks like it's going to be right around 0, -1, and a decent open house. The only concern about the open house is the wind. We'll see if that plays a role. But for the open house itself, it should be cool. We had almost every horse return from the Ohio turnout. The only horse still there left is Jailhouse Master. He'll be coming back first of the year. And then we're trying to get a truck to go pick up the Capistranos and Miss Brampton Beast, just so they're here, for everybody can see them. We're going to have so many clients here this weekend that it's important for us to have the horses here if we can. So we're going to try and get that done. No guarantees. The Ontario breds may be absent today, may not. Are absent on Sunday, may not. We'll see. But it should be a great time. So I'm flying out tomorrow morning. I'm flying to the Meadowlands for one afternoon to do an 8-minute interview. So if you factor in my flight, it's about $100 a minute. That's what I'm paying, I guess. $70 a minute to fly to New Jersey. But it's important to get the word out and keep people in the industry aware, not just our clients informed, but the industry aware of what we do and what we've accomplished and what we're trying to accomplish. As far as actual people coming, this isn't the greatest time of the year weather-wise for people to show up, yet Kelly just informed me this is the largest number of RSVPs we've ever had for an open house. We may have 400 people on site for Sunday afternoon, which is just an incredible number on a cold, rotten-looking December 15th. But the heat will be on, the coffee will be hot, the donuts will be good. And I've been going to James, and I've been really working with the horses. And somebody said, it isn't stake season yet. You don't gotta, and it's not that we're going fast, but we're working them. I want them as polished up as they can be for Sunday. I would say the vast majority will look really good. A couple of horses got some splints that probably need cryoed. The green horses will be green, but there's some horses that'll really wow you because they really wowed me this week. So that should be great. Saturday night, we got a big party here for our clients. I don't really know how many are coming. I would suggest 30 to 50, somewhere in that range. We'll be at Mohawk on Saturday. I booked off Flamborough so I can hang out with you guys. Had nothing to do with the potential of rain and snow coming. Everything to do with me wanting to hang out with you guys at Mohawk. On Saturday night, I'm going to be interviewed on TV, also on Saturday night here. And then Sunday, we have the big open house. Now, for those of you, people have messaged me already. I have 30 seats reserved at the Keg on Sunday evening for us to go and eat a steak and hang out again as a group between my wife, myself, my kids, my mom, my dad, James, his girlfriend is we're getting at 8 now. The drivers. Please let me know if you're coming. If you feel like you want to come to the Keg, I can make a bigger reservation, I suppose. I doubt 30 will be a problem, so I want to make sure we get everybody in. I really like hanging out with you guys. When you take the time to come out, to the stable on a Sunday and hang out with us, we want to reciprocate that also. So it's a great time of the year. Christmas is coming, and I want to make sure we spend some time with our clients. So it's been a great day so far. We got our Vika tonight. Hopefully we have some luck with our Vika. Tonight we made some shoeing changes on her. Hopefully that helps. What else is going on tonight? We must have horses racing somewhere. I don't know. We do have horses racing this weekend, and then obviously next week's a new week, and then it's Christmas time. So for us, Christmas starts on Sunday. I hope to see you guys at the open house. Come to the dinner if you want, and if you want to even take it a bit further, we will have dinner again after the open house Sunday night at the Keg. My reservation right now is for 7:15 in the evening. So, happy days. I'll talk to you guys soon.